brutal storm tore through the shoreline at midnight, leaving nothing but chaos in its wake. By dawn, the beach had become a desolate graveyard of twisted driftwood and shattered shells. Cappy and his blue pen-cap shell crawled slowly from beneath a heavy rock. He gazed at the devastation left behind by the storm, feeling a deep sadness. Nearby, a young seahorse floated in the foam, shivering and crying out, "Everything is gone!" The destruction seemed absolute, and the morning air was thick with the scent of salt and loss. Cappy then looked toward the horizon, and the tide was already creeping back up the sea. In just an hour, the debris and everyone's lost treasure would be swept into the ocean and lost forever. Cappy climbed atop a large piece of driftwood and tapped his claw loudly and said, "Listen, everyone, a big problem does not have to be solved all at once," Cappy shouted. "We will do this one step at a time, and together." He commanded the Hermit Crab Brigade to scan the rocks and directed the snails to weave through the thick seaweed. The fish were ordered to scout the tide pools while the sea turtle marked the safest paths for the teams. Cappy watched over them all, and his blue pen-cap shell became a beacon of hope. Suddenly, a massive, dark wave rose on the horizon, looming over the beach like a wall of glass. In the wave's direct path lay a tiny sand dollar, a treasure belonging to a young crab named Pebble. Cappy sprinted across the wet, sliding sand. His tiny legs pumped hard as the water began to roar like 1,000 lions. He reached the sand dollar just in time as the wave began to curl and crash overhead. With a desperate lunge, he pinned the sand dollar beneath his shell as the wave crashed down with bone-crushing force. Cappy dug his claws deep into the seabed, bracing his body against the weight of the ocean. He refused to let go. When it was over, he held the sand dollar high above his head. A thunderous cheer rose from the shoreline. By sunset, all the treasures were back to their owners. Then Pebble approached Cappy and asked him, "Thank you, Cappy, for helping me, but why did you risk so much for something so small?" Cappy cleaned the sand from his shell and smiled. "Because it meant everything to you," he replied. "True heroes do not help because a task is too big. They help because someone needs them." The community stood together on the restored beach, stronger than ever before. Like, share and follow for Cappy.